Welcome back to the channel. Today's courtroom case is one of those jaw-dropping moments where the evidence doesn't just whisper, it screams. We've got a defendant facing not one, not two, but 6 consecutive positive drug patch tests for methamphetamine. That's half a year of red flags, one after the other, and now the judge is running out of patience. But here's where it gets even more intense. Her defense attorney isn't even in the room. Imagine standing in front of a judge, about to lose your freedom, and your lawyer is MIA. That's the setup today, and the stakes? A revoked bond, potential years behind bars, and a life spiraling out of control. Stay tuned because you're about to witness a judge who doesn't mince words, a defendant in denial, and a legal system forced to act before tragedy strikes.
It says announcement.
No, sir. Read the notes underneath, Judge.
Well, what's the issues?
It said, if I read the notes right,
It says drug patch issues.
drug patch issues. So
I haven't.
I didn't know if you.
Hold on. I've got one case of Donna.
She has 3.
Three cases. Sorry.
I just didn't know if you wanted maybe to have her tested just because that's what the issue is. She's
Well,
going
I'm a lawyer ought to be here to be helping advise her.
Yes, sir.
That's the
That's right.
sad thing about this, which happens all too often under these circumstances, I'm afraid. Oh, so you have a drug patch?
Yes.
Right now? Okay. There was one collected in August 6th, last month. And it showed positive for methamphetamine. Then there's another one before that that was collected in July that showed positive for amphetamine and methamphetamine. Then there was one before that in June, one before that in May, one before that in April. This is consistent. You're testing positive for methamphetamine. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positives in a row for successive months.
The judge isn't exaggerating here. 6 straight months of positive methamphetamine results is not just bad luck. It paints a picture of dependency that can't be ignored. What's shocking is the defendant's reaction. She claims she didn't know about it. But let's be real, folks. Meth doesn't just magically appear in your system month after month. The judge is forcing her to confront reality, and the contrast is striking. A legal authority armed with evidence versus a defendant clinging to excuses. What do you think? Is she in genuine denial, or is this a calculated dodge?
We got a problem.
You sure?
Sir, I didn't know.
You knew.
I honestly didn't.
Well, who forced the methamphetamine in your system without you knowing it?
I was friends from him, but I had stopped her. That after I came here and I felt that drug test,
Man, well, hold on. Nobody's told you all your drug patches are showing up bad?
no.
Well, you just don't. Look, methamphetamine comes in and out of the system pretty quickly. You've got 6 months worth of steady methamphetamine positives. You got a problem. Yeah, get her tested. I'm gonna get her tested right now first, but you got a problem that we got to deal with, and because something, I mean, with this knowledge, I can't just let you saunter on out of here
Thank you, Judge.
and then get in a car and something bad happens or something is something irresponsible because of drug usage that is showing up that we're all seeing. This is not one red flag. I see 6 red flags. You got to fix this. If you can't, I'm going to help you do it, but we're going to work on it. But you're obviously having a problem making the right decision when it comes to serious drug usage. So
You want him very much?
Yeah, yeah, she's gonna get tested. And then, could you, would you be so kind just to tell the jury we're gonna need about 10 more minutes and ask them to thank them for their patience, please? Thank you, sir.
Here's where this case takes a dramatic twist. The defense attorney is nowhere to be found. And the judge is crystal clear. When someone racks up 5 or 6 consistent drug failures, it's no longer just about them, it's about community safety. The phrase he uses, "Who's policing this?" is a powerful moment. It's not just about holding the defendant accountable, it's about the system making sure no one slips through the cracks. But it raises a serious question for you watching. Should the attorney face consequences for not showing up to something this serious?
Of course, her attorney's not here, so
Yes, Cheryl. Just,
that's too, that's again, that's another issue,
yes,
but, all right.
I know your tendency, and I want to point that out to you.
Well, it's unusual, and there's a consistent pattern, and what happens is later you see 5 or 6 consistent drug failures on drug patches, and something bad happens, then the headline on the news should say, "Who's to blame?" And there's some blameworthiness with the person who's using the drugs, but who's policing this? She's on our watch, and she has an attorney who should be present on something this serious who's not here. And that's
It's her record. It's Judge.
okay. No, well, we're going to help her and help the community be a safer place. That's the whole master plan.
Well, wait a minute, I'm in trial and I did not look at it.
What do you think?
Oh, they're saying this. He's about to.
It is what it is.
Yes. There's no apology and anything.
And the answer is
Wait,
she's free falling. Come on up. Miss Arnold, I don't even have to tell you, you're free falling. This is the 6th positive.
Free falling. Those words hit hard. You can almost hear the frustration in the judge's tone as he points out this is the 6th consecutive positive test. This isn't a stumble, it's a downward spiral. And here's the kicker: bond revoked, custody immediately. That's the court saying enough is enough. The defendant is no longer trusted to walk free while the case continues. What stands out most is how the judge frames it, not as punishment alone, but as intervention. Do you agree with that? Is this tough love approach the right move, or should the court show more leniency?
Methamphetamine positive test in a row here, and you're free falling, and we got to help you. I wish your attorney was here because this is serious. He needs to be here, but we're going to move forward. I've got a trial I've got to get into, and you need assistance that you're not getting by self-restraint. The drug patches, it's going to be tested. What the ultimate analysis will be, because you're the one who knows better than everybody. But yes, this is the 6th positive one, and it's all methamphetamine, which is serious. So your bond is revoked. You will be taken into custody immediately. There is no bond here. You need to, number one, get these positives out of your system before we can really help you. We'll inform your attorney, who should have been here and knew about this, who didn't show up and didn't call us. We'll have to tell him so that you can get some responsible assistance here on managing this problem. But
I'll try to
These
contact
are-
him as well, Judge. It's Tuesday,
State
Joe.
jail's on a 3rd-degree felony, so you're looking at up to 14 years possible incarceration
Yes.
for these offenses. And this is not the way to deal with them responsibly. And much of your problems may be caused by your other problem here with drug misuse. But I'm going to help you. And the first rule is complete abstinence. You're going to be tested until the end of this case. When it's no longer under my supervision, you're going to be tested to make sure that you don't get another positive. But right now, your bond is revoked. I'm not even going to consider a bond releasing you until such time you are showing negative and the court can be convinced that you are in a program which I believe is past a outpatient program. You need something more than this. And you've had too many positives to fix it.
At this point, the tone shifts from disappointment to hard reality. Every positive test isn't just a personal setback, it's a new crime. The judge reminds her she's not just hurting herself, she's also tied to whoever's supplying the drugs, and that opens up even more serious charges. Notice how he pivots toward inpatient treatment. Outpatient programs clearly aren't cutting it, and the judge knows the cycle won't break without drastic change. Viewers, I want to hear from you. If someone fails 6 tests in a row, is jail the only option, or should treatment come first?
It shows you're unable to, and you've decided the wrong choice is the best choice. And that means inpatient help. I've seen it. I see what happens here. And we don't want a tragic episode to occur, which is what can happen after too many of these. But number one, every time it's a crime. These are all new crimes that you're committing. I'm not saying that you've been indicted for them yet. It could be. And you're dealing with someone who's dispensing them to you. And that's illegal for both of you. Those are serious offenses. So we're going to take you into custody. I'll tell her I want to review this in a week. We're going to bring you back and see what should be done next. But your legal representative needs to be here helping you. And until that happens, the court's going to make the necessary determinations, and that is immediate action. You're in custody, and you are ordered not to have any. It's an order that's always been a condition of bond, but you are ordered not to have any usage of illegal drugs, illegally dispensed drugs. And that is going to be the rule until we get this case disposed of. And every time it shows a positive, and we will test you regularly, every time it shows a positive, you will be punished. But we're doing that to help you, strangely enough. That's ironic about it all. But I know what happens here. You need some help, intensive help. And tell me, the home position, children at home,
So they moved out.
ma'am?
They moved out. They're older. My son's 25 and my daughter's 21.
Nonetheless,
Judge, I'll
what's I finished my thought because I think it's a good
Yes, sir.
What is the greatest gift you can give your child?
Life, sobriety.
Good example. There's another one. Because the children are going to emulate the parent, because that's the way nature has it. They want to be like the parent. So the role modeling is going to affect not just your actions don't affect you, but it's the children you brought in. So you can't.
This moment is powerful. The judge turns from legal authority to almost a parental figure himself, stressing that her actions don't just affect her life, they ripple into the lives of her children. He asks the simple but cutting question, what's the greatest gift you can give your child? Her answer, sobriety, says it all. And yet, the reality is she hasn't been living that truth. This is where the emotional stakes meet the legal ones. Beyond the crimes, beyond the patches, it's about legacy. For you watching, do you think this kind of tough courtroom lecture can actually break through to someone?
Be surprised if they make bad decisions because their mom's making bad role modeling choices. And that's so fixable because I get the sense you want to be a good person and you're striving to, and we've fallen here to the dark side. Fix it. And it's just choice making. But you have to appreciate that your life affects others as well as you. And this is not just for your own betterment, but for the relationship and the choices that your children will make by your decisions that affect their choice making as well. It's just a natural instinct. So, and I've come to appreciate that saying. That's why it's important to be a good parent. It's just not for you. It's for the others' lives who you brought into the world who are directly affected by your choices. So you don't live on this planet alone. Other people are directly influenced by you. And fix that, not just for you, but for them. Okay. Anyway, and we'll get with your attorney, so he'll know. Thank you. Good luck to you. Fix this. Thank you, Matt.
So, let's wrap this one up. The defendant faced 6 consecutive methamphetamine positives, no attorney present, and a judge who wasn't willing to let the spiral continue. The result? Bond revoked, immediate custody, and a strong push toward inpatient treatment. The bigger message here is clear. The courtroom isn't just about punishment, it's about intervention before tragedy strikes. Whether you see this as justice served or as a cry for help, one thing's undeniable. This case highlights the razor-thin line between personal choices and public safety. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.